Here it is, a video that discusses the new odds and changes toward the Shellout machine. Almost 2 months ago, on February 28, Splatoon 3's version 3.0 update came out for the then upcoming Fresh Season 3. This was a pretty big update that brought in a lot of changes to the game in terms of new weapons, new specials, changes to existing weapons in their respective kits, and what we're here to talk about, changes to the Shellout machine. If you haven't already, 6 months ago I made this video that discusses the odds of the Shellout machine. I'd highly recommend watching that video, as not only does that video still hold true for the most part, you'd also be supporting me by watching it, which I would really appreciate. Because of the fact that that video was released around the time Splatoon 3 came out, it has become a little dated as the odds have been slightly tweaked, along with there being actual changes to the Shellout machine itself, which we'll talk about in greater detail later in the video. I feel this is worth a discussion, and some of you feel that way as well. Also, regarding the gameplay, I really enjoyed this one because it was an insanely close match and the teams felt pretty evenly matched, which feels pretty rare in my opinion. Whenever I play ranked, it's usually just one team slaughtering the other, so it's nice to upload something different and more intense for a change. I'm a Splattershot and Hydra Splatling main, but I decided to try out the Forged Splattershot Pro, which I've been having a lot of fun with. This game was actually one of the first games of me using the Splattershot Pro, so you might notice that I'm still learning the weapon and kit, and throwing random booyah bombs in unusual places. Alright, so a quick refresher on the Shellout machine. It's found in the lobby and normally costs 3,000 cash per use. However, the first use each day only costs 5,000 cash. The first use resets at 8 PM Eastern Daylight Time. There are 6 different types of capsules, each having a different grade depending on the rarity. Starting at the most common, there's a 45% chance of receiving a blue capsule, a 39% chance of receiving a purple capsule, a 15% chance of receiving a red capsule, and a total 1% chance of receiving the top 3 capsules of bronze at 0.6%, silver at 0.3%, and gold at 0.1%. The Fresh Season 3 update added in a feature to the Shellout machine that allows the player to now acquire emotes through both the Shellout machine and mystery boxes. I already made a video regarding the new odds of mystery boxes if you want to check it out. Obviously, shoving in the emotes in the pool of rewards will alter the odds a bit, so we'll go by each item one by one. Starting at the most common item is a 22% chance of receiving 1 pair of titles, a 14% chance of receiving 1 drink ticket, a 13% chance of receiving a 1.5 times food ticket, a 10% chance of receiving 3 delicious ability chunks, a 9% chance of receiving 2 locker decorations, a 9% chance of receiving 2 locker stickers, a 7% chance of receiving a 2 times food ticket, a 6% chance of receiving 1 banner, a 4% chance of receiving 1 pack of the underrated table turf cards, a 3% chance of receiving 1 party food ticket, a 2% chance of receiving the newly added in emote, a 0.6% chance of receiving that delectable 10 of every ability chunk, a 0.3% chance of receiving a seasonal pair of titles, and a 0.1% chance of receiving a seasonal banner. Again, with the ability to now earn emotes being shoved in, that 2% chance must have come from somewhere, which would be 1% each from the 2 locker stickers and 2 locker decoration rewards. The locker sticker and decorations used to previously be at 10% each, but got their rewards sapped from the emotes, which is a great thing to be honest in my opinion, as the decorations are alright. I mean, yeah, you can hit it big and earn something expensive like the Super Sea Snail decoration, but I really just prefer an emote to be honest, as there's some really cool emotes out there. Well, on the topic of emotes, since the Shellout machine and the decorated mystery boxes are currently the only way of earning emotes, and with the decorated mystery boxes only being available a maximum of 4 times per season, the Shellout machine stands to be the king in terms of farming previous emotes. This itself is great for removing FOMO, or the fear of missing out from Splatoon 3, which I really appreciate actually. I also made a video regarding FOMO that you should check out if you're interested in what it was like back when the game first launched. Also, you receive 6,000 cash if you receive a duplicate of a past emote that you already have. This seems nice, but it's okay, I guess. Keep in mind that it's usually 30,000 cash to use the Shellout machine when it's not your first play of the day. That's a 24,000 cash loss for playing and rolling an emote you already own. Even if you only play for your first 5,000 cash play of the day, it's really only a 1,000 cash gain, which, I mean, I guess is better than nothing, but it still kind of sucks. Honestly, really, they should just remove the chances of receiving a duplicate item. the odds of the shell out machine weren't the only changes that happened in the new update. There are a few things of note regarding some of the rewards in the shell out machine. As mentioned before, the ability to gain emotes from previous seasons were added in the new update. This isn't only just for the emotes. This extends towards any titles, banners, decorations, and badges as well from previous seasons. This pretty much removes the problem of FOMO in the game and adds to the grind of the game as well to acquire all these customizations. Something of note that should be mentioned when receiving previous items like these in the shell out machine is that there is a 1 season gap when receiving those items. This basically means that you can't receive items the season before the current season. So, using this current season as an example, we are currently on the fresh season 3, which means because of the 1 season gap, we can't receive any items from the chill season 2. However, we are able to receive items from the drizzle season 1. I don't believe this was regarded in the patch notes, as, I couldn't find it. But it has been noticed throughout the community, so I thought I'd mention it. Another special property of the shell out machine is that the gold and silver capsules both count as jackpot capsules, which add on towards your total amount for your jackpot badge. If you were to obtain either a gold or a silver capsule, but you already own all of the seasonal banners or titles respectively, then this capsule would be downgraded to a bronze capsule instead. In this situation, this would not count towards your total for the jackpot badge requirement. It also might be worth clarifying that a gold capsule cannot be downgraded into a silver capsule, just bronze. But getting that 10 of each ability chunk is still pretty damn good. Also, it's worth mentioning that the order for receiving any seasonal banner or pair of titles are completely random. However, I saw a few reports that once you receive the seasonal banner for the current ongoing season, you will not be able to receive any more seasonal banners, regardless if you already own it or not. Seasonal rewards may simply be an exception towards receiving previous items from previous seasons, or it might just be an oversight that may get patched. I don't know, who knows. While on the topic of jackpots, there are only 6 jackpots currently available in the shell out machine, so the silver and gold badges for hitting the jackpot are currently unavailable, though the silver badge will most likely be available in the upcoming Sizzle Season 4 that's set to release around the summer. I think I managed to cover pretty much everything of note regarding the shell out machine. The changes toward the shell out machine were all pretty positive and even removed FOMO from Splatoon 3, which is very much welcomed. I had to do a lot of research regarding the shell out machine, since there's still a good amount of uncertainty regarding the shell out machine right now. If there are any updates or corrections to be made, then I'll have a pinned comment listing any updates and corrections. But let me know what you all think. Are there any other changes you'd like to see from the shell out machine? Aside from maybe adjusting the odds of the items a bit, removing the 1 season gap when receiving the items in the shell out machine, and removing the chance to receive duplicate emotes, I don't think there are any other changes I'd like to see, which makes me pretty curious on what you all think. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give the video a like and subscribe, as it really does help me out, and I do plan on doing more Splatoon videos like this in the future.